On this International Holocaust Remembrance Day, more than 200 survivors gathered at the Museum of Jewish Heritage in Lower Manhattan. Organizers say it's the largest gathering of its kind in the U.S.
Today does mark 80 years since the Auschwitz concentration camp was liberated. And Lisa Rozner shows us how future technology is being used at a local museum to ensure we never forget the past.
Alice Ginsburg was only 13 when the Nazis separated her from her mother and sister.
They tore me away from my mother and sent me to the other side. So I went back, and my mother saw what was going on, and she said, "Go, go." And I hugged them and kissed them and said goodbye, and never saw them again. Sorry.
Today, Ginsburg is 94. She's one of 10 survivors featured in a new interactive installation at the Museum of Jewish Heritage, a living memorial to the Holocaust.
Tell me about yourself.
The experience utilizes non-generative AI technology so visitors can ask questions to the survivors for years to come.
I'm going to be 98 in a few weeks. I was 13 years old when I was able to leave Germany in 1941.
I was in the other world, the other end of the world, in a barn, hiding from the whole world that wanted to kill me, my whole family.
Survivors answered more than 100 different questions, but organizers say the challenge is keeping those short for a younger audience. For example, you can ask, how old were you when the war began?
I was about 6.5 years old. Not yet started school.
But it also details the horrors they endured, like Ginsburg's family forced out from then Czechoslovakia to the Auschwitz concentration camp.
They stuffed us in about 85 to 90 people in one car, like sardines. A lot of them fainted. My poor grandmother, they had to put her in the wheelchair. She went to the gas chamber in her wheelchair.
Ginsburg says her brother and father did survive.
I feel an obligation because there are a lot of Holocaust deniers.
In Lower Manhattan, Lisa Rozner, CBS News, New York.
Organizers shared with Lisa that a 2020 study found 34% of millennial and Gen Z New Yorkers thought the Holocaust was a myth. There are plans to expand the AI exhibit across the country.
Wow. There's also a new effort devoted to fighting extremism in Poland. The nearby home of the Nazi who oversaw Auschwitz is being transformed into the Auschwitz Center on Hate, Extremism, and Radicalization.
My dream, and those of our colleagues, is that every visitor, every fellow, every academic that comes here takes action to fight extremism and anti-Semitism wherever they come from.
Rooms inside the three-story house are still undergoing renovation. The center will focus on research to fight extremism, working to ensure that history does not repeat itself.